Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Monotalk. It is March the 22nd, 2024, and this is my documentary of how crazy the country has become and the people that run it, especially the people that run it. It's pretty messed up. But let's jump to this. As I said a while back, I said, everyone, I'm just letting you know. Here's what's going on. Right now, anything bipartisan is treason. Anything bipartisan is terroristic. Anything bipartisan is just feeding. Excuse me, I got a little sniffle, a cold. But anything bipartisan, any bill being passed is to the demise of this country. And if any Republican or Democrat moves forward with anything right now, I don't care what it is, to stop the place from shutting down, it just adds to the coffers, the ARCs, the prepper hotels that are underneath the ground for these people, the global pedo-predator class. That's all this is. The money doesn't go to where you think it does. This is just to build the World Economic Forum and their associates, and a bunch of global elitist shitheads. If you go here, you'll see that MTG is like, this is terrible. Of course it is, right? She's talking about how it goes into full term. It helps full term funding for people that are pregnant. When Trump said that he would go 15 weeks, I mean, how much time do you need to know if if you want to have a child or not? I mean, I think he'll leave it up to the states, and I think that's the way it should be. Just let the states decide. That's the way it's supposed to be. And then there's the Rose Namajunas. Hopefully she'll take care of Rivas, who is pretty threatening there at the UFC. Candace Owens gets canned, but she took a deal from somebody else. She doesn't really want to be with the dealer, whoever, blah, blah, blah. But this is interesting here, because this is where we're at. And I keep telling people this is a commercial, probably.
Probably the most...
All right, let me get out of here. Let's get to the beginning here.
If you were China, what would you do if you were China? What would you do if you were one of these many terrorist organizations who, by the way, are all joining forces against a common enemy? You know who that common enemy is? For those listening, we're the common enemy. Good job.
Right there.
Good job letting this shit happen.
Yeah, people don't get it.
The border.
I might take you down there.
I would love to go down there.
Let's go.
Here's the thing, guys, and this isn't just an influx of usual people from whatever country that's coming in. You know, usually it's from most of Mexico and South America, but we used to have about an average for the past few decades, 4 or 5 decades, an average of about 400,000 to 500,000 per year coming in through the border. Now we're at 2.5 million, not billion, 2.5 million per year. That's what we're set to reach by the end of this year, maybe a little more. Could be even 12. Could be up to about 12 million during the time that Biden has had office. Now, we also know that Tyson Foods is firing a bunch of American citizens that have been paying taxes and working their ass off for Tyson for a long time. But they're going to fire about thousands and thousands of people, and they're going to hire all illegal immigrants at shit wages and give them nothing, probably. A lot of companies are salivating at that prospect, but here's the problem that you just heard it. You know, Sean Ryan, ex-SEAL, And I always listen to the SEALs because these guys are pretty spot on when it comes to a lot of stuff. And I'm going to show you another SEAL. This guy is pretty spot on as well. Because they know the system. They know what's going on out there. They know people. You know, they're familiar with...
I saw a number in 2023 alone. There were 2.4 million criminals who crossed into the United States illegally. 2.4 million in 1 year alone. This is being allowed to happen.
Yeah. Listen.
I hope you guys understand that. And I know most of you do. But why is this being allowed to happen? Well, I think that we all know that this year, 2024 being an election year, I think that we all know something wild is going to go down before the election happens.
Okay. Now let's go here. And show you what I've been laying out for a long time. All right. And stop that and I'll show you. Now I've been saying this ever since I noticed that the border was wide open. All right. I've been saying this for a long time. For at least 3 years. At least 2.5 to 3 years. Okay. The Demoncrats and the Rhipiglicans, these are the people that are completely compromised. They're all in with the World Economic Forum and the 2030 agenda. They know who their real masters are, and it isn't the 99.9% of the American people that live in the United States. It's not. They don't care. They don't give a fuck about you. But the Demoncrats and the Rhipiglicans will activate their Black Swan event to cause chaos, disorder, and mayhem. Another state of emergency will be then needed, supposedly. Pedo Joe declares martial law to stop the November general election. Right? This is still on my TikTok. That's being taken over by a bunch of corporate fuckers. Any bipartisan legislation passed by Congress for the rest of this year ensures my prediction. Yeah. You're just, the more you give money to this entity, this group, this cult, this clan, the global pedo predator class, and people just don't, I'm surprised people don't get it. The global pedo predator class, the GPPC, I want to, let's just say the GPPC. All right, so the GPICs. Let's just say the GPICs, it just sounds weird, already. They've been planning this for a long time. I have been telling and demanding and trying to get word to the Trump campaign. For some reason, they can't protect them on stage. They can't fucking get them information regarding the VAERS information or anything regarding people that have had some seriously non-living type situations regarding the Kool-Aid that he is still proud of bringing out to everybody, which is just fucking stupid. His staff is shit. His people are shit. His attorneys, they're okay. But he really needs to vet these people a lot more. I know his fucking kids are probably telling him, Dad, you got to fucking start listening to these people. There's some shit going on. Right? But I don't know who is in Trump's ear. But what he has to do now is he has to make sure that that election is going to happen. And he needs to make sure that anybody or everyone can bring evidence, information, pictures, anybody that is a part of the deep state operatives, the OSS, aka CIA, blah, 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 blah. I mean, FBI, et cetera, Department of Justice, all these compromises. There's got to be people in there that could stop this shit from happening. Because I told you, I said this a year and a half, 2 years ago, probably even 3 years ago. They're going to do whatever they can to stop this election. If they have to I've said it, if they have to take out a town, a county, even a state, they'll fucking do it. This is how fucking disgusting the Demoncrats are. And there's some Rhipiglicans right in there with it. This is going to be nuts. And I told everybody it's going to be a fucking bumpy ass ride in 2024. And it is. They just passed a $1.2 trillion bill to fucking send, I would say, at least 60 to 80% of that to the pedo-predator class. That's where it's going. If you think it's going anywhere else, then I don't know what to say. You just haven't been paying attention. But this is it. We are at the precipice. I've said this a bunch of fucking times for the past, I don't know how many years now I've been doing this. Since early 2017. Yeah, we are at the actual unequivocal precipice. This is the year. Either Trump wakes the fuck up, gets people out there, getting him a majority, focusing on the actual Trump supporters that are running for office in Congress, and vets them to make sure that they're going to be with him 100%. If we can get him to the office, that's one process he needs to take care of. The other one is to actually get a fucking giant team. I would say army in a sense, but nobody needs to be armed. I'm just talking about a giant team of people to go to all the flip purple key states, and some not, like randomly. Put them here, put them there, a team of like 10, 20 people to monitor what's happening before November. I think it's November 4th is when it's going to be. November, it's usually, anyway. So he not just that, he needs, like I just said, to vet his people much more thoroughly. I mean, some chick tried to attack him on stage. What the fuck are these guys doing? His Secret Service people, they suck. I mean, they're going to do whatever they can to get this guy out, and they'll fucking, they'll do it. They've done it in the past. I mean, look at the history. Look at the history of people. And by the way, we're all Democrats. All freaking Democrats. Where's that fucking thing I keep grabbing? I can't find it now. But anyway, yeah. Let's see if it's here. Hang on. Now I got to do my hang on part. Yeah. Where is it? The list. I think Facebook took it down. They take all kinds of shit down. They didn't take this down, though. You know why? Because that's a fucking fact. This is a fact. And this is why people are getting played, especially if you're a minority. In this last box, I'm going to create one similar to this. The last box is what would be the percentage of blacks if Planned Parenthood wasn't strategically placed in mainly black neighborhoods and minority and low-income neighborhoods. What would it be? Right now it's like 12, 13, 14% blacks. It would probably be double or maybe even triple. It wasn't an accident that they put those in there. But look at this. 13th Amendment, abolish slavery, 100% Republican support, 23 Democrat support. 15th Amendment, right to vote for all, 100% Republican support, 0% Democrat, 0% right to vote for all. 14th Amendment gave citizenship to freed slaves, 94% Republican, 0% support from Democrats. The Democrats aren't who you think they are. I've been played. You've been played. A lot of people have been played. They are a nasty fucking group of people. Look up Dixiecrats. Okay? They're all Auschwitz Nazism. Cheryl was saying, I can't really say that name well, but you might want to look that up. That's just a bunch of... Anyway. Getting back to this, okay? Getting back to what we should be thinking about. So, one, Trump needs to vet his people, and he needs to start getting the truth. And no more hiding information from this guy. Because if he doesn't have the facts, he's going to get fucked. Because you know who's going to have the facts? In regards to the Kool-Aid everybody was mandated to take? JFK. JFK Jr. Bobby freaking Kennedy, as according to Dr. Shiva. Right? And Biden's just... If there is a debate, which we all pretty much know there probably won't be a debate. Which is really sad. But, I mean, this is how shitty this country has become. Right? And I think Trump has already said, hey, I'll debate you. But the problem is Biden has to have... He's got to be injected, or they got to use the cord to plug him in or something. I'm not sure, just so he can move around. You know, the automaton, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, yeah, JFK, if he was in there, he'd fucking shred both of them. You know, and if Dr. Shiva was in there, oh, God, they'd all be crying and pissing their pants, shitting and pissing their pants, for sure. For sure. I get it. But going back to this guy, right, let's listen to the rest of this. Because as I said, and look, it's not like I'm clairvoyant or I'm Nostradamus or anything. You just got to put these pieces together. It's not hard. I do this on my own free time. I watch videos. I go to websites. I check out this information, that side, this side, up, down, all around, and I kind of put all this together. Yeah, and it's this is the goal. I'm gonna let you know right now. This guy's saying it pretty much.
And I personally believe this mass invasion that's been orchestrated, been promoted, been encouraged, and been allowed to happen is going to be a big part of the chaos that is going to ensue later on this summer and going into the fall of this year.
I think he's been watching my video. He had to have been watching one of my videos because I say this all the fucking time for years. But he's getting it, and a lot of people are getting it. A lot of people are understanding or getting what's going on. And this is what Trump needs to do. He needs to have people and operatives to ask what side do you want to be on? Do you want to see innocent men, women, and children be, not here anymore? Because, by the way, this guy's name is Chad, but he's a fucking tough-ass ex-Navy SEAL who does like 200-mile races. So he's not full of shit. This guy is real, right? And that's why I like watching these Navy SEALs. Well, I'm biased because I was in the Navy and I passed the test to get into being a SEAL. But because my hearing wasn't great, I was stamped I couldn't go in. It was pretty fucked up. But anyway, and I don't know if I could have made it. Who fucking knows? But this guy's, he has, when you listen to these SEALs, and you're talking about people, men and women, I do believe they're women SEALs, but mostly men. And these guys have been all over the world many times, and they've been deep in the depth of carnage and war, and they've done things that they probably regret. They've done things that they probably are proud of, and they've probably done things that they're just like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm sure that's come up a bunch of times. But what they have done is gained information. They've gained a perspective, a knowledge that nobody has. that not very many people have on this planet, of how far our government will go. Right? I'm sure they've seen some pretty heinous shit, and they've they followed orders, and I get it. That's part of it. I was in the Navy. I followed orders. I was in Desert Storm, but I wasn't there at Desert Storm. I was in the military at the time. That was a 90-day war, right? And we were helping Kuwait steal oil from Iraq. Once everybody knew the details, and these people were just like, Iraq, they're just like, what are you doing? We don't, what? Anyway, I don't want to get into that. But what I'm saying is, we're at this place. And Trump needs to fucking wake up. I'm really concerned about where this guy's head's at. He likes making fun and shit about Biden and whoever. He needs to talk about what the fuck what's happening around him, and his people aren't telling him. That's what's pissing me off. Right? What's pissing me off about Trump the most right now, and I'm going to vote for him because there's really no other option out there. But the guy needs to fucking vet his people. They need to make sure that he needs to ask questions like, so what's going on exactly? Because I'm hearing about a guy named Steve Kirsch, and I'm watching Dr. Drew, and I'm getting information about the vaccine that I'm concerned about. And if these guys are saying, don't bother with that right now, then you need to get rid of those fucking people. Right? If you're hearing stuff like, well, Israel this and Israel that, and you need to take care of, and NATO's fine, they're not going to be a problem, you need to get rid of those people. Right? You need to know who your true allies are, Mr. Trump. You need to make sure you know who your true allies are. And sometimes you won't know until it's too late. Trust me. I know how that works. Almost 2 years ago, I'm just telling you. You think you have confidence. You think you can trust. You think there's honesty. And you think there's dedication. And then you realize that just went right out the door. And it happens all the time to people. So the commitments need to be there, and they need to make sure that the people that are with Trump, around Trump, or in his ear need to make sure that he gets people to focus on the people that are going to give him the majority in Congress. He needs to vet his people and make sure these Secret Service people can fucking see a crazy woman or people attacking his stage a mile of fucking way. They're not looking at the right things. It's just, God, these people. And he definitely needs to get people that'll give him the truth. He needs people to tell him what's really going on. And if you fucking ever called me, I'd say, bro, you may think you've got it under control, but I'm telling you, you're dealing with a very powerful entity out there. The World Economic Forum and their fucking buddies and associates are a large group of people with a shit ton of money. Like, 1 million times more than you can imagine, as far as resources, influence, money, whatever. So you really need to fucking be ready. Oh, excuse me, a little cold. Sorry, but there it is. This guy needs to be prepared. He should not trust most of the people in his campaign right now. I wouldn't fucking do it. Right? And I'm glad he's got supporters. I'm glad he's got people. And I truly believe he wants to do what's best for this country. And I truly believe he wants to make sure everybody's going to be taken care of. Right? More so than Biden. Like 1,000 times better than Biden. Biden's got us into wars. We're losing money. People are still starving. Inflation's shit. There's fucking criminals and sickos and drugs and all kinds of crap coming through the border and flying in. It's just getting fucking stupid. And that will not get any better with Biden in office. And they're going to do whatever they can to fucking keep Trump from fucking taking over. And if Trump's smart, which I don't think he's an idiot, I think his ego gets in the way, I know. Somewhat of a narcissist, yeah, whatever. Right, I get it. But here's the thing. He needs to start thinking more strategically on what's going to happen in the next few months. Because I'm telling you, Donnie, these people are not fucking around. This isn't fun time. Like I said, they'll take out a fucking town, city, county, whatever. Oh, man, Anyway, I gotta blow my nose. So if you know anybody out there that has access to him, he better get his shit straight and start fucking fixing shit. Right? Start preparing and getting himself ready. Get a team of people out there. Start asking get people to start digging in to these deep state organizations. You guys want to be a part of that? Do you want to? Because if you do, stay there. But if you want to be a part of the America that I'm going to try to rebuild and make great, whatever, then join us and join the people that really give a shit about the country. That love the flag, love our persona, right? That love that are prideful, right? Because Pedo Joe and his group, they're handing over this country to the global pedo predator class at a fucking alarming rate since January 1st of 2021. That's been their goal. And we can't let that happen, because if that happens, we're all fucked. You will own nothing and you will be happy. You will have no privacy. You will eat the bugs. People, it'll be... just watch the show and you'll understand what's going on. As their end game is to get rid of about 2/3 of the planet's population. And I'm talking about the World Economic Forum and the cronies, fellow associates, and hoard the rest for themselves. That's it. If you're not seeing that picture, then you're not understanding what's happening. Then you're missing a lot of pieces. So Trump needs to be serious about this, because this is fucking serious. We have over 8 billion people on this planet. And within a matter of a decade or two, it could be a lot less with their plan, their end game, their goal, their mission. This is not a joke. This is real. There's no other conclusion that you can come up to. This is their goal. They want it all. They want to take it all. That's it. They want it all. They don't need your labor. They don't need your fucking approval. They don't need your vote. Right? They don't need your money. They don't need you. You're in the way. Madeleine Albright has said, well, 500,000 men, women, and children, it's collateral damage, no fucking big deal, right? This is their thinking. You guys need to put your feet in these people's shoes, because it's pretty sickening. And I go in real quick, kind of feel or get the psyche of where they're at, and it's really heinous. It's really horrifying. It's planned chaos, and they're doing it a great job. So Trump, pull your head out of your fucking batolio, get your people vetted, find out what the truth is, turn the bulldozer and start fucking cleaning shit up, right? Because like I said, if you're just gonna drain the swamp. No, you need to replace the swamp and put a fucking forever pool. Right? If you know what that is. Thank you for watching. Get this message to him. Anybody, vet, voting people, give him a full majority in Congress, but he needs to check to make sure this black swan thing doesn't go down. Because it looks like it's on its way. And the more we keep funding anything in Congress, the more it ensures that's going to happen. These fucking Rhipiglicans, man. There's so many people have betrayed you. They're just handing this country to the World Economic Forum. And these fucking sickos that want to get rid of you. That's it. If you have that in your mind, then you'll go, well, we need to fucking fix this. Well, I've been trying to get people to do it for fucking 3.5 years now. Get out there, protest, da-da-da-da-da. Nobody's done it. It is, whatever. So there it is. That's Trump, your last fucking hope. But if that's going to be the case, he needs to get his fucking mind right. He needs to get his head straight. He needs to make sure that he knows everything complete, total, unequivocal facts and truths, not this glazed bullshit general information stuff. He can't make the right decisions and do what needs to be done for himself, his family, his close friends, and this country if he doesn't have all the information he needs. Send this video to him. Say, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. You need to start fucking doing what's right. You need to start getting things handles. You need to get handles on it. You need to get a grip on everything and fucking handle it. Right? Don't leave it in that fucker's hand or this fucker's hand. But make sure if you are, they're fucking with you 1,000%. Not just kind of, not just because they're there. Anyway, I think you guys get my point. Thank you for watching. This is James of Montauk signing off. Aloha. Get the message to him. Right? Get the message to him. Aloha. Take care.